Hey guys, it's Becky, and I just want to start off the video by saying thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed already. I absolutely love the support you guys give me. So today the video is going to be based on those that want to know how to apply their hot wax better. So I know of a lot of waxers that have been in the industry for a long time, and it's a common mistake that people make is when they change brands, they try to keep their technique the same. But unfortunately with most fins, they have slight little things about them that may need to be tweaked or adapted. So what I mean by that, if I just wheel my trolley a bit closer, is that some hot waxes can be a little bit more thinner and others can be a bit more thicker. So basically, this one here, which is the Hive Sensitive, is a lot more thicker. It's like a real thick honey. As you can see, I've got it on my spatula and it's not going to take as long to set because it is thicker and it dries very quickly, hot wax. What I'm doing is I'm layering, so I'm just going back and forth. There's no figure of eight, there's no swirling backwards against the hair. It is a simple back and forward motion. The reason I'm doing that is because I want that wax to layer up enough to make a ridge like this. Once I've got a ridge this thick, I know that when I pull it off, I've got enough thickness to the wax. What a lot of people are doing are trying to make these funny little twirls and spins around the edge. And when you've got skin that isn't as tight, what happens, or if your wax is too cool or too runny, you get yourself in a mess. You want to make everything, all the edges should be in line with each other. Now you can use the edge of your spatula for that, and sometimes I use the tip of my spatula, and you'll see videos of me using it like this at an angle. You don't want it flat to the skin because it will stick. You want it at an angle like this. So if you can see, the spatula is at a side like this, and if I'm using it on the tip, it will always be at that angle, not up too high and not too flat, just at enough for me to spread along, as if you've got a paintbrush and you're painting something. That's what you want it to be like. Now, if you don't want to ruin any nails and you find it hard to pick, you can use the other end of your spatula and you want to get your handle. This is another thing that's important when using hot wax. You want to make sure wherever that handle is that you're going to pull against the hair growth has got a ridge so that you're able to pull it up to create your handle. And what you do with hot wax, this is really important because you don't want to break any hair. Can you see as I'm pulling, see my skin? I want it to be parallel to the body. So obviously you would stretch and support the skin, but my other hand's here. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure this strip goes parallel like this. Nice quick motion along. And it's important we do that so we get one piece of wax coming off with no breakage, but we're also making sure that everything comes off in one go. So what we don't want is to go back onto the skin and see that it's broke here, it's snapped here. One of the reasons why we pull parallel is so that makes sure the hair comes straight out. All them short stubbly ones will pull out better when we're pulling parallel to the body. When we pull up, we're going to snap hair and that's going to cause breakage, which the growth will feel more stubbly when it comes back through. So we want to make sure that piece comes off in one go. A little tip for you with all them that are out there with your hot wax, you'll see a shiny side and you'll see more of a matte side that was against the skin. Your shiny side is like a strip. So that means if you have any little bits of wax that's flaking on your skin, you can just put that shiny bit on and literally use it like a strip bit of paper and it will pick up some of them bits of wax. Anything that doesn't come off, don't keep picking away. You'll make the blood race to the surface of the skin. What you want to do is use your after wax oil. This is one I have here. I soak the skin with a bit of oil and it will peel away any skin that's on the surface that you don't want to obviously pick away at. Same again, your oil is really important if you get any hot wax attached to hair that you don't want to remove. For example, when you're waxing your brows, you may drop a teeny bit of wax into the area that you don't want to obviously pull away. You can rescue that brow by using the oil. Obviously, we don't want to be a sloppy, messy waxer, but accidents happen. And if them things do, there is a solution. Without having to rip away brow hair we don't want to take out, we then just soak the area that we want it to slide away from. And that oil, lots of oil, not just a tiny bit, soak it around the area and use a spoolie brush, like a mascara one. Let me see if I can find you one, like this. And you're going to brush that oil till it picks away from the hair and then take the rest off that you want to wax. So that's some tips there for you with your hot wax. Now, when you go to put it on, I'm going to show you again just another little tip. don't brush your wax on gently onto the surface. So this is someone who's just brushing it on very gently, and they're a bit messy, and they're doing this a lot, moving the spatula around, and it's going all tacky, and as you can see, it's a messy strip. This means here it's all thin, it's going to snap and probably leave behind. You've got some here that's going to be thin and it's going to snap and leave behind. See that? That's very, very messy. And it's because you're lightly brushing it on and you're going like this. Keep your motion in one direction and make sure you're pushing hard. When you are putting your wax on and you're not pushing with pressure onto the hair, it will only sit on the surface of the skin and it will grip onto just a few hairs that it's attached to. You want to get them finer hairs. So you want to get to the edge like this. One motion, nice and steady, back and forwards, layering it, lots of pressure. You can see that pressure I'm applying. I'm doing that because what I want is for it to grip and shrink wrap round them hairs. Shrink wrap, I'm trying to say. So can you see the difference? It's not meant to look perfect, but the edges are meant to be in one piece, not all over. So if I was to remove this now, I'm going to be pick, pick, pick. Watch how wax gets left behind, and that's purely because I'm not waxing in a neat manner. You want to make sure that you get everything. Shiny side will hopefully pick up some of the little hairs and bits of wax that's left behind. If not, that'll have to come off with oil. This side here, where I've put it on in one piece and it's gone on nice and tight, one quick pull, comes off in one clean strip. All of this is just mess from the other bits of application. So waxing neatly makes a massive difference to your results. As you can see, totally different types of strips. So application is key, and it is very important to keep a very neat and tidy surface. It makes it easier so you don't get breakage. It also makes it easier for you to clear up the area that you're waxing to. Just to show you, if you soak lots of oil, it will remove any of the little waxy bits that are stuck to the skin. So don't sit there picking away and give yourself lots of bruising where the blood comes to the surface, because you just need to rub oil in and it will start to flake away. And then once it's oily, you can always move your hand along where the wax is and it will flake off nice and easy for you, as you can see there. So just a few tips with how to use hard wax properly. Pressure, keep your lines nice and neat. Layer, go into the direction of hair growth and pull against. Pull parallel to the skin. Use lots of after wax oil, and you can also use your shiny side to pick up any little pieces. Hopefully these tips will help you to become a more confident hot wax user, and you will find hot wax has lots of benefits. So just keep practicing, and practice makes perfect. So keep going, guys. I know you can do it.